the ropes. Each step required extreme caution to avoid making any noise. Even the slightest movement of the sand beneath their feet warranted an immediate pause. Fortunately, there was a railway next to the prison, and the roar of passing trains could cover their footsteps. However, they still needed to constantly monitor the movements of the guards below. If a patrolling guard approached, they had to instantly halt their actions. The short distance of a dozen meters took them nearly 20 minutes to traverse. Afterwards, they arrived at the dormitory entrance, the necessary path to freedom. However, armed guards were stationed below the main door, rotating shifts without any gaps. Mike knew he had to deal with the guards first in order to pass through, but the guards were armed with machine guns, and if discovered, they would be in extreme danger. Time was slipping away second by second, and Mike had to make a choice quickly. At this point, Charlie had fallen fast asleep. Mike gently woke him up, and together they threw down the rope. He had intended to let Charlie go first, but Charlie refused. Left with no choice, Mike had to climb the rope first. Under the cover of the train's roar, he soon successfully reached the bottom of the perimeter wall. He quietly took out the metal hook and hid in the corner of the wall, which happened to be the guard's blind spot. Despite being armed, Mike's nervousness couldn't be alleviated. His heart pounded incessantly, and he could only press his hands against his chest, trying to calm himself down. Just then, a guard walked towards him. Mike held his breath, carefully listening to the footsteps until the guard turned and left. Coincidentally, a train passed by at that moment. Seizing the opportunity, he rushed out without hesitation. A minute later, Mike emerged from the inside, signaling to Charlie that it was safe to come down. The guard had been dealt with, and the two successfully climbed the other perimeter wall. The next step was to cross the opposite wall to gain freedom. Although the watchtower was unmanned, there were still guards patrolling on bicycles. Taking advantage of the guard's momentary distraction, Mike threw the rope to the other side. They had to use the rope to climb over. The guards below posed the greatest threat. If discovered, there would be no escape. The two crouched in the corner of the wall, hesitating until the 4 o'clock morning bell rang. Mike finally made up his mind. While the guard was patrolling on the other side, he quickly climbed the rope and proceeded without delay. Before long, he successfully reached the other side and swiftly jumped down from the wall. Following Mike's example, Charlie quickly caught up. In the end, the two successfully escaped from the prison, running towards the dawn of freedom.